Hello, students. Welcome back to Sterna Intensive Learning. And today we would like to continue our next material, which Business Management, IBDP, Unit 1.3, Business Objective. And then, we would like to continue from our previous material. Yeah, and I would like to begin these sessions with two questions. So before you answering the questions, if you find this content helpful for you, please do not forget to click the subscribe button and likes. And don't forget also this content for you to share this content to your fellow students. I will really appreciate that. And then to start our first slides with two questions, which it leads you to later on, I would like you guys also to gain prior knowledge. I think for those who taking IGCSE Business Studies or who already has knowledge before about a business objective, so you guys may answer it and then please type your answer on the comment below. And the first question is the purpose of business solely to earn profits for shareholders or to create value for a broader range of stakeholders? And the second question is, should all businesses adopt higher purpose given today's social and ecological challenge? I think you might also understand that our business style and our business, day-to-day operations is constantly changing. First, we notice that most companies would like to achieve, how they maximizing the profits and minimizing the costs. Yeah, in order, to gain more customers, to gain more sales. I think that's like the biggest objectives. Yeah, and the main objective of the businesses. But if we also notice there is so many people also already aware about environmental issues and also how the company could possibly contribute to bigger society. Yeah. The second question's also relevant for a business to answer. And these are the overview that you as a fellow students later on after we finish this material, you will gain how you can evaluate various business objective, including CSR, and you will understand also what is the meaning of CSR itself. And you will be able also to distinguish, to differentiate between a vision statement and a mission statement. Later on, we will discuss also how the strategies and tactics will help a business achieve its objective. And we know later on, how we could possibly differentiate what is the meaning between strategies and tactics. And later on, you guys also will be able to implement and recommend a circular business models in a context. Yeah, since I think you guys also already aware from our previous materials, the circular business models, it will be applied, and already implemented also by a couple multinational companies in the world, which their objective is to recycle, to reduce, and to reuse, the materials that they produce. Now, in this slide, as you see, of the bullet points here, let us, think about the bigger pictures here, related to a vision statement. Vision statements, as you're aware, if you open, let's say, a multinational company's website or a company that already established a website, you can see about the company. Normally, they written visions and mission statements. What are the future goals? What are their dreams, yeah, which later on the functions of the vision statement you will be able to understand in order to inspire and motivate, yeah, not only the customers, but also mostly also to its employee and to its executive, which normally these vision statements like what they are likely to achieve in the future, yeah, and then what kind of value they would like to deliver, yeah, to the people. And then if we make also a little bit shorter definitions of a mission statement, yeah, it's focusing, yeah, base the informations that taken is actually based on the vision statement, which they presenting, yeah, the company normally presenting what kind of actions they will execute in order to achieve all the vision statements, yeah. If we see the MacArthur Foundation's example here, maybe everybody can read the missions and the vision statement on the slide, which to accelerate the transitions to circular economy and then focus on sustainability through innovate business models. Yeah, which a mission statement, they already make it more specific how to achieve sustainable through innovative business models by using a circular economy. I think that is also clear. Yeah. And next, if we're talking also about the purpose, yeah, of the vision and mission statements, yeah, the purpose is to guide a company to have long-term goals and how they could deliver in their daily operations. Now, my questions is, how do you think, yeah, or let's say, what is actually the purpose of the company, writing their own visions and mission statement on their front page of the websites? Or let's say every time you enter the buildings, yeah, or every time you enter the school, normally the visions and mission statement will be posted on the wall of the school, yeah. What do you think the purposes are? Yeah, that's easily that everybody can read, yeah, everybody can remember every time they enter the building, and then it will like stick into their minds, yeah, so they not forget every time they enter the building how to achieve these goals, yeah. So that's why the visions and mission statement should be relevant, yeah, for the company, because it will be crafted and embraced by a senior management since since the beginning of the when the company founded, or when the company created by their founders, yeah, um, it's actually already created very carefully. They thought deeply about it, yeah, how these visions and mission statement could be delivered, and then later on, this company in the long term, yeah, these visions and missions will be achievable, because it's easily like everybody need to understand about this, yeah, since the company has a stakeholders and shareholders, so how they could feel connected, yeah, to the company directions, yeah, and it will lead them to achieve that goals. Because if we see the bigger picture of these visions and mission statements, yeah, that is actually as a tool, yeah, for company to announce, yeah, what kind of value they would like to deliver to all the stakeholders and the shareholders, and how the stakeholders also will achieve yeah, the perspective of the company, yeah, because later on, if the company fail, yeah, to align these statements, yeah, they will have very huge risk to lose the company's credibility, yeah, with the stakeholders. And I think everybody need to understand this visions and mission statements, yeah, is actually evolve, engage in a serious reflections and discussions, because sometimes the company also or the businesses need very long time, yeah, to you know uh to announce or to create this value to the customer, how later on the external stakeholders also will remember this company. Yeah. Now, before we continue any further, let us imagine, yeah, for a couple minutes, yeah, by answering these questions, what kind of value, yeah, let's say if you are selling breads, yeah, if you are a business owner of a bakery, and then you would like to create a value for your consumer. What kind of value do you think you would like to deliver? Maybe you can answer that questions also on the comment below. Yeah, because this questions is very important to answer. So later on, you will understand how a practical business, will help you in order to gain more consumer, because you need a target, right? You really want to know to whom this product you're selling to. Yeah, so that's why if we break if we are breaking down a little bit, yeah, I think and I assume you also already understand who are actually the stakeholders of your own business. Yeah, let's say you are as a owners, yeah, and then you will have also your consumers, and in the future if the sales increase, you will hire employee, yeah, and then also later on, yeah, you will understand to whom um, the raw materials is coming from, where is the raw materials coming from. Yeah, you will have your own suppliers. So let us finish explaining this table before we end the first part. Yeah. So of course, you as owner also has a value, because creating a business, uh, if you let's say measure, yeah, the strength, yeah, the threat, the opportunity. Let's say you already evaluate or you already implemented SWOT analysis to measure, yeah, what kind of risk that you will have uh, to continue, yeah, in order to your business to become sustainable. Yeah, of course, the risk uh, to finance your bakery, and then your ideas, yeah, it will be the value that you have to bear in mind. Yeah, and then let's say if you're talking also about how you will receive a value from this business, of course, as an owner you will have a profit, yeah, and then this profit also, after you calculate until you have like the retained profit later on, it becomes your income. And then how about the consumers? The consumers also they demanded, or let's say they likely to have what kind of promotions that you have to create it in order um, until this message is delivered to your customer. by doing a promotion? Yeah. How do you think the informations will be spread out within your community? And the value that will be received, yeah, for your consumer, of course, they will get your delicious and varied baked breads, yeah, and another variety of your product, yeah. They will receive also your convenient opening times, yeah. If you created a comfortable place to sit in, to dine in, yeah, of course, that kind of situations also likely the consumer would likely to achieve, yeah, that value. And how about later on if you already hire some employee, yeah, you of course thinking about how later on your employee could be deliver a good service to your customer, yeah. Or let's say your employee can offer you a good idea how they can possibly improving the business, helping you in improving the business, right? And the value that would like to achieve, of course, uh, proportional wages, a proportional salary, maybe another fringe benefits such as health insurance, or is there any kind of retirement benefits, or let's say you will offer also to your employee work good working culture, and so on and so on. And from suppliers, yeah, the value that they would like to achieve, if of course, yeah, a fair generous payment, or that you are let's say make the supplier as your partners, yeah. And then you will have a sustainable partnership in the future with, it will be bound by the contracts, yeah. And of course, you would like to have a good quality of raw materials, that it will taste good for the customer, of course. And then you can rely on them, timely manners, time deliverance. Yeah. And how do you think this is actually like a good supply chain management in order to enhance the bakery reputations? So I think that's our first part. Yeah. Thank you so much for your attentions and time in, you know, um, focusing on these materials that I give to you. So if you find this content is beneficial for you, please don't forget to click subscribe, share, and likes. So thank you so much, and we will see each other again anytime soon.